Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Mowers and More. Today, I'm going to see if I can get this old girl running. Usually, I'll do some more repairs on these things before I get this far into it, but I'm kind of excited to turn this thing into the Mutt 3, the multi-use tactical tractor. I'm excited to do that. And honestly, after getting it and cleaning it and pulling off the deck, just looking around, the engine itself is really clean. The oil looks clean. I haven't checked the filter or the spark plug yet, but I'm going to replace those and the oil just because of time. Now, the last time this ran was like 10 years ago, 8 to 10 years, the owner said. It doesn't have a drop of gas in it, which is a really good sign. Maybe they ran it out when they parked it. So I'm going to put some gas in it. There was no battery in it, but I've got one, a used one that I've been doing charging all day. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. And that is all I'm going to do, and we're going to try to start it. Of course, if it doesn't start, then we'll get into cleaning the carb and all the rest, and I'll probably do all that stuff anyway. But, you know, I mean, it'd be nice to know that we were starting with a good engine and a good transmission before we pour time and effort into, you know, new belts, pulley swaps, that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead. I'll pop the hood here, and you can see, like, didn't really do a ton of cleaning on it. It's just in good shape. It already has a fuel cutoff switch and a filter. I'm going to replace all those things eventually. Well, not the cutoff, but the rest of it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and install the battery. So let's do that, and then we'll put some gas in and see what happens. These are kind of unusual nuts and bolts that were hanging off of these. I will replace them. They look a little bit, I don't know, they just don't have that look and feel of quality. It's literally a machine screw, it looks like. But for what we're playing with today, it'll work. Hopefully it'll work. All right, let's add a little gas to it. Like I said, the thing was completely bone dry, which could also mean, I guess, that it's got a hole in it somewhere. But let's think positively. Now, I do need to put some air in these tires, but just to start this, we'll just go with what we got. And I'm not going to put a ton of gas in here. Maybe a quarter of a tank. All right, fresh gas, recently charged battery. Brake is on, key is on. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, so it spins over. Yeah, we don't have fire, but it's actually not a bad start. I am going to give it a squirt of starter fluid. I think I have some down here. Because it may take a little bit for the fuel to reach it, since it hasn't had gas in it in, you know, forever and a year. Oops. All right, let's see what happens. Definitely seems like it's not getting either spark or fuel. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and release this. We'll take this off. Whoa, okay, all right, there's part of our problem. We've got a nest built inside of the cover. Oh boy, that's a big nest too. See that? Hopefully y'all can see this. I'm trying to pull it out. I sprayed an awful lot, you know, used wow. Yeah, there's just a ton of that in there. And while that's not going to affect the starting, or it shouldn't, that needs to be fixed because it is slam full in there. And that is going to cause all kinds of issues going forward. Yeah, it is a huge nest in here. When you say barn find, that is what you're running into. Gosh, I can't get even a quarter of it out of there. I'll have to pull that whole top cover off. Still kind of curious to see if we can just get it to thump 1 or 2 times. So I'm going to go ahead, take off the Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. This filter's really dirty here. You can see, really nasty. So we're going to be cleaning that anyway. That needs going to need to be replaced. But I want to give it one more try here, and then we'll give up on that. And I'm not going to screw it back in, but I'm going to set it down on there because I don't want any of that nest getting pushed in. Let's give it one more shot, shall we? So it sounds to me like it's not getting spark. Usually we should be able to have something with starter fluid especially. It's not going to be as easy as I somewhat thought. I mean, the engine is so clean on this thing. But I still feel like it spins over, the starter's good, the circuitry to the starter is good. Those are all really good signs. And so we know we've got some more cut out for us, but it's not going to be the end of the world here. All right, wow. Okay, well that was ugly, but it's a whole lot better now. So it's hard to say for certain. We could be looking at damage to the coil pack here. There's some corrosion, but the head gasket seems to be still functioning. Now I do see some stuff that's rusted out here. I'm not sure if I can get this back on here. Might have to pull this off and adjust it. Yeah, there was definitely some dead stuff in here, a lot of generations of critters is what it looks like. And the coil itself is really rusty. Now, visually from the outside, that may not make a difference, but I do want to kind of clean the tab here. Did I just break the tab? Clean that bottom mount there. And you can, we got problems all along here. You can see they chewed on this. So the insulation from the coil here is pretty well toast. So this went from being like in good shape to needing more, I would say, quite a bit more probably, to get it ready to actually use. But I am curious if we have any spark here. I'm going to spin it over here and see if we get any spark. Of course, it's probably going to blow some serious dust around here as well. Try to get this thing so you all can see it on camera. Let's see if that works. Yeah, we don't have any spark. And if I were a betting man, I'd be betting that it's just toast. Yep. All right, well, we know we need some stuff, that's for sure. Certainly isn't the worst I've come across. I'll be sure to point that out here, but it is not happy. So we're going to have to get a coil. That's not a big deal. These are fairly easy to source. I might even have a used one on one of the other engines around here if I can find another Briggs, the flathead. And I'm going to get an air filter. I'll get a spark plug. We're going to end up cleaning the carb on this thing anyway, but just wanted to see if I could get it fired up tonight, and that not looking like that's going to happen. But now I know why. Now I know why. All right, my friends, well, I guess that'll do it for tonight. It's been an interesting search to see if we can get this thing going. Obviously, barn find sometimes leads to houses, unexpected homes of critters, and that's what we got here. The good news is engine is intact, like has good compression, starter's working fine, electrical system working fine. I'm gonna take that battery back off. Sounds like it's not all the way charged, and charge it up again, and we'll go from there. So that'll do it for today's video. I will see you in part 3. We're gonna get this thing fixed up, tuned up, and running, and then we're gonna start talking about modifications. Take care.